She loved a handbag, and it was the one thing that she wanted when she was in the hospital. Like, you know, where's my bag? Where's my bag? I can't bring myself to empty it. I can't bring myself to take the things out of it.
Sarah Parker's mum, Margaret, died from the coronavirus just before Christmas. 1 week earlier, in the same hospital, Margaret had sat at the bedside of her partner, Pete, and held his hand as he passed away. He too died from COVID-19.
They thought they wouldn't catch it. It wouldn't affect them. It was something on the telly. It was happening to other people. But just going out, doing what they were allowed to do, shopping, they've caught it, and it's cost them their lives.
Margaret and Pete lived in the West Midlands, an area with the third highest death rate in the UK, behind the northeast of England, where it stands at 185 per 100,000, and the northwest, where it's 195 per 100,000.
My dad was a massive Aston Villa fan, and this is his shirt, or one of his shirts, that we'll keep and remember him by.
Kevin Hughes died from coronavirus a week into the new year. Lockdown meant that his neighbours couldn't come to his funeral, so the night before they gathered outside his home.
Nothing felt better to Dad than helping other people, and anyone who knew him would vouch for that. He was a brilliant, brilliant family man. We had such fun as kids. We always felt loved and spoiled, and had fantastic Christmases and holidays and everything else. We should be able to all get together, have some food together, console each other. We're just not able to do it. It's just awful.
Of those people who died within 28 days of testing positive for COVID, most were over 80 years old. Just under a quarter were in their 70s, and 10% were, like Kevin, in their 60s.
If you lose someone, you kind of try and hold on to anything at all that, reminds you of that person.
Via treasures the pot plant which belonged to her best friend, Kenneth, who died from the coronavirus in April. They were both nurses in London hospitals.
I have his picture in my bedroom, and when I look at him, sometimes I look away because I just have this question like, how are you dead? You're so alive to me. You're such a big part of my life, and you're just gone suddenly. Sometimes I dream about him, and it's so vivid. Like I can remember his voice.
Kenneth was 33 years old and from the Philippines. Data from the Office for National Statistics found that in the first wave of the pandemic in England and Wales, 10% of deaths involving COVID were among ethnic minority groups. But the death rate in almost all of those groups, says the ONS, was higher than among the white population. While she mourns her friend, Via is still working on the front line of the pandemic.
I don't think we can live with ourselves if we walked away at that moment when we were the ones the world depends on to put an end or at least help those people who are suffering. If 100,000 people has at least 5 people who love them, that's a lot of people that's been affected. Sorry.
The death toll will climb still further in the weeks to come. Already, so many have lost so much. Geraint Vincent, ITV News.